And welcome back to Sports Weekly on IEMG. I am your host, Pep Fernandez. Let's talk some high school basketball. We are going into the CIF Southern Section playoffs this week. So we'll talk about those playoff matchups. We'll also take a look back on the final week of the regular season. In the Citrus Belt League, in the girls, it was Cajon on the road at Beaumont. If Cajon could win, they could share the CBL title. If Beaumont won, then Beaumont would be back-to-back CBL champions. Let's go to the highlights in this one because it was a good one. Remember, the first time these two teams met, it was Beaumont winning by 3 points on the road at Cajon. 45-42 was that final. So here we go. CBL final week, third quarter. The Cougars, Amira Jones, the jumper, and Beaumont led 27-24 at that point. Cajon, Ciela Pickett pushing the ball up the floor here for the Cowgirls. She's going to find Kayla Gilroy for the bucket, and that would tie the game at 27 heading to the fourth quarter. All right, we were tied, but Beaumont got on a roll to start the fourth quarter. Kiara Williams drives and sinks the floater there for the Cougars, and then it's going to be Williams. The drive and the dish here to Grace Lee for the bucket inside. The Cougars beginning to build a lead. Later, in transition, Beaumont's Williams to Lee again. Watch this pass. The Cougars open up the fourth quarter on an 8-0 run. This time it's going to be Williams to Isabella Florence. That is the boys' head coach John Florence's daughter coming up as Beaumont led 35-27. The Cougars took the lead, but the Cowgirls, they would fight back. There was Pickett, the mid-range jumper, but Beaumont always seemed to have an answer. Florence with two more here for the Cougars. Cajon down 37-29, and Cajon's Tania Johnson gets the bucket on the other end. But Beaumont, they just had made some big buckets down the stretch, and Beaumont just seemed to be in the right place at the right time. Here is Florence coming up with the basket. I'll take that, and she scores there. Florence made some big plays down the stretch here. She cleans up the mess with the putback for Beaumont. And then with less than 3 minutes to play coming up, running the floor and lays it in. Cajon still trailing by 8, but they would not give up in this game. Check out Pickett coming up. She's going to get the steal, and she's going to finish on the other end. There is the pick, and it was 43-37. So Cajon down by 6, down but not out. Then with about 1 minute to play, off the inbounds pass, Beaumont's Jada Long to Lee for the basket. Cajon would make things interesting inside the final minute. Rose-Lynn McDonald, the steal and the basket. This would get the Cowgirls within 3, but they would not get any closer. 48-42, the final score, as Beaumont is your back-to-back Citrus Belt League champions. A big win against Cajon. So Cajon will finish runner-up in the CBL, and Beaumont is your champion. Congratulations to both teams. Both teams are going to the playoffs, and we'll see what they can do if they can extend their season here with a postseason run. Now, after the game, we talked to both head coaches. We'll start with Pete Carr. He is the head coach for Beaumont, and Coach Carr, actually a former star player at San Gorgonio, back when San G was in the Citrus Belt League a long time ago. Here was Coach Carr on winning the CBL and beating a very good Cajon team.
I told the girls I played in the CBL when I played at San G back in the 70s, so doing it again, I love it. Well, playing defense. I mean, that's the whole thing we talked about all year long. If you play defense, here's the result. We know we can score, but you got to stop people. And they're a tough league. We beat them by 3 at home, or at their place, so we knew it was going to be a battle. Their chemistry, they love each other, they play well. They've known each other since the 5th grade, so it's great.
All right, so that was Coach Carr. Now let's hear from Coach Leon Washington at Cajon. His girls battled to the end, just could not win on the road, but this team pretty young overall, getting better and better each day. And that Ciela Pickett, she is a big-time baller. She's going to be on the softball field pretty soon for the Cajon softball team as well. Here's Coach Washington after the game.
You know what? It came down to defense down the stretch. We made some crucial mistakes down the stretch. Couldn't really keep it together. We was trying to stay focused. It was a tough game. what can you say, man? The better team won tonight. That's all I can say. They played a good game. That lets me know that I got work to do with these young ladies. So back to the drawing board. And, all the little things count down the stretch, and that's where we were making our mistakes. We were just turning over the ball, missing little free throws. It got a little choppy towards the end. So at that time, that's when you got to really be focused. And we just kind of lost the focus down the stretch of the game. So it's all a learning experience. And like I said, it's okay. It's okay. You know what? I take my hats out to Beaumont. They got a good squad. They play good basketball. Like I said, we just gotta tighten up the ship. So got a lot of work to do. We get back into the gym, finish off the season strong. Ain't no need to hold our heads down low. We had a good year, good season. We'll be back. We'll be back.
And congratulations going out to the San Gorgonio girls basketball team, holding off Bloomington in a low-scoring battle, 27-23. San G, your San Andreas League champions, 6-0 in league play, 19-5 overall, and they are going to the playoffs. Congratulations to them on the league title and hopefully a deep playoff run as well. The San Gorgonio boys, they had a real bounce-back season, but came up short against Colton by just 1 point in their regular season finale. So they finished 4-2 in league play, 15-11 overall. The final score against the Yellow Jackets, 75-74. But the Spartans are also going to the postseason. Let's take a look at the matchups in the first round for our local basketball teams in the city of San Bernardino. It looks like this. Cajon in 2A against Calabasas at home. San Bernardino at home against El Dorado in 3AA. Aquinas will host Patriot in 4AA. And San Gorgonio, they don't know who they're going to play. They're going to play the winner of a wild card game in 5A. Boys basketball, Cajon will play on the road at Rolling Hills Prep in Division I. Those are the big boys. Summit will take on Aquinas. The Falcons will start off at home in 2A. Indian Springs in 4AA, they will be at home for Eastside. Then it's San Bernardino on the road at Liberty down in Winchester near Temecula in 4A. And Cornerstone Christian will make the trip to San Gorgonio in 5A. Those are the matchups for our local basketball teams in the city of San Bernardino. So if they win, we'll continue to cover them here on Sports Weekly on IEMG. When we come back, though, let's talk National Signing Day. A big deal as high school athletes sign their scholarships. We'll tell you about Cajon's Jaquan Smith taking his talents to the state of Florida. That's next here on Sports Weekly on IEMG.